If you stop paying my bill.
Why do you want to do that?
I was trying to sit down
Argue with Stewmichaels is now on 106liveradio.com, where excitement meets diversity 24/7.
Yes, sir. You already know what's going on. This is your host, Stewmichaels. You are now locked into Let's Talk, Not Argue, powered by 106liveradio.com. Whew, we got a lot to talk about today. But for the ones who are not familiar with Let's Talk, Not Argue, this is a safe place. Once again, let me repeat. This is a safe place where we can talk all things sex, love, and relationships. All right, so we got a couple people that are in the studio with us. And matter of fact, we deep in the studio today. You know, for the ones that are listening, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in each and every Monday right here on 106liveradio.com with your boy Stewmichaels. For Let's Talk Not Argue, I appreciate you guys' love. I listen to all of your topic requests. I listen to everything that you guys say and hit in my DMs. For the ones who do not follow me, that means that you don't know what the topic for today is about. So I'm just go ahead and break it down for you. It's the battle of the sexes. Now, this is not your normal battle of the sexes where I'm going to ask the man questions that he's going to know about the woman. This is based on just the male and female representation on certain topics. And then if we can agree to it, we're going to move on. If we cannot agree on it, then we're going to talk and not argue. Get it? Plug. So with me in the studio today, we got the one and only Denitra. And we got my boy Ahmad in the building. But I'll let them introduce themselves. And then we'll go right into it. So, ladies first, as always.
Hello, everyone. It is your girl, Denitra, coming back in here. Ready for this battle of the sexes? But where am I ass at?
All right, I guess that's her introduction.
Welcome.
Yeah, she must be tripping. What's going on, man? It's Ahmad, you know what I'm saying? Riverdale all day. Southside, stand the fuck up. Hopefully FCC isn't listening.
Right. So with that being said, good thing that we can knock that out early. So we can, this is a grown and this is an adult station. But the F-bombs and just random things like that, we're going to try to keep it down. But hey, if it happens, it happens. We're all human. It happens.
But the package.
Facts. But we'll go ahead and do it. And of course, man, so battle of the sexes, man. So the biggest disconnect when it comes to a relationship would be miscommunication or non-communication at all. So I just kind of want to throw some topics out here and just with Let's Talk Not Argue, this is not like an interview style. This is just strictly having a conversation, having a discussion. If something pops up and you want to talk about it, then we'll go ahead and talk about that too. And we'll make sure, if y'all going at each other's neck, then I'll be the mediator here. And we can answer a lot of those things. And then we have a lot of people in the studio. So we have an open mic for anybody that wants to hop on, just in case you want to put in your 2 cents that someone else did not say. All right? So really, I just want to get the point of views of, a man and a woman. So before we start this, we have to know what your goal is so is your goal marriage or is your goal just being in a relationship, just kind of kicking it right now? What is your goal before we even start all of this?
I'm ready to drop my last name. I'm trying to get married.
Come on.
Well, damn.
Sorry. Look, that hit hard. What?
I came right out with it. I wasn't prepared. I guess from a guy's perspective, I would say as far as a relationship goes, that would be the end game.
No.
Shout out to that plug.
Right. Look.
I feel like that would be the end game, finding somebody that you can actually build with, someone who is matching what you're trying to accomplish as far as, your life goals. Now, are a lot of guys up to the challenge? I don't know. I can say from my perspective, That's it.
Okay, so you're perfect. So marriage is your goal.
Marriage, a life partner, somebody we can actually build upon with everything as far as if it's constructing businesses, if it's progressing our careers, building a family, building something that's concrete that's gonna last. Because as far as us as being black people, we haven't really done like the best job of that.
Sheesh.
I mean, you know, if we're being honest,
Okay.
just throughout history, as far as like progressing from one generation to the next, while white people have been very concrete as far as marrying within themselves or marrying within the race, trying to progress whatever their agenda is. So I would say so, yes.
All right.
I think that's some BS. I don't think. I mean,
That's
kudos to
your radio
you.
answer.
I believe. I just want to say this. I feel like it's great that you and I are both saying that, you know, for most people that could possibly be the end game. But I feel like we need to be honest about what the end game is and what that looks like up front. Because I feel like so many people like sit there and be like, oh, you know, let's have a good time. Let's, you know, hang out and do relationship stuff. And then when it comes time for a relationship, it's like, oh, no, baby, that's not what I want. Excuse. I'm not getting any younger, sir. You could have said this on date number 2, you know?
So why are you waiting on him to say it, though? Like, why can't you? Because honestly, you set the expectation. The man is going to do what he got to do anyway.
I am setting the expectation that I want my last name job. Everybody know that.
All right, but I'm just saying, so for you to say that, for you to say that they're not interested in that, with your situation, then that'll be nipped in the butt date 2.
Nah, a lot
Or
of
date
men will
1.
string you on and tell you what they think you want to hear to get to, like, maybe some sex, maybe a plate.
All right, so if you give them the sex, that mean that what happened?
Hmm?
If you give them the sex, then what happened?
I gave them some ass. I don't know. Like, what do you want from me?
Right, I'm just saying. Okay, so if you give them the ass and then pretty much they're feeding you what you want to hear, you get the ass, but then you're still not getting what you want out of a relationship, what are you doing? Are you getting out of it?
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay, I'm just saying. Some people be out here pumping for
I mean,
years.
honestly, I think moral of the story is protect them plates. You know, you got to be a little bit more discreet in who you
cook for.
Then have your stuffed bell peppers and whatever else is going on SusieBecky.com.
Tupperware ain't for everybody.
Fact.
Listen,
okay,
if you ain't come with styrofoam, you need to go home.
Yeah, you gotta go.
But I don't know, it's a really hard thing. I mean, I can say what I think personally, but for the vast majority of the people that we come across or that we know, I do know the end game is just like trying to get some draws. They're trying to hit. They're trying to do whatever is going to be like just fun in the short term and then going on about their day. But that's a big thing within this generation and as a whole, as far as our careers, as far as validation, as far as what we find fun or intriguing. That's just kind of how we go. We're a microwave society at this point. We looking for something that's going to be like 30 seconds, good time, boom, we out.
Except for sex.
I don't know.
We need a minute on that.
Facts. We need an extra 30. 60 seconds. My man. Okay, cool. So based on that, so let's talk about expectations. Let's talk about expectations. And so since both the end game is marriage, we can goal set right now, but let's talk about it, currently where we are now. So what are your expectations? And I'll say a couple things. But what are your expectations, one, in the household? Let's just say you got married. Y'all live together. What's the expectations in the household?
Ladies first.
If I can be honest, I don't believe in the 50-50 thing because I think that's more of like a roommate situation. Although there may be times where, one person may be on the down and out. And so I may have to step up a little bit more. For me, though, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little bit more traditional in that, like, for me, the type of man that I would want to marry, who I would respect as the head of the household, would take care of that stuff and be the protector and provider. And I would do more of the cooking, cleaning, child rearing, making sure that you're good to go out and face the world. That's me. Now, that's not to say that there won't be times where I'm chipping in because I don't think that the man should have to pay for everything. But if he can do it and he wants it, absolutely, please. I'd rather keep my coins for like vacations, the kids, me.
Okay, so you say you keep your coins for vacations and the kids. So that means, are you funding the vacations or is he funding the vacations?
Well, I mean, I think the person I'm with would end up paying for it, but I feel like I would put the down payment down.
I'm just saying, like, what are you funding? Because you're saying...
But I feel like, okay, like, oh, babe, let's do something corny. A 2-day weekend in Destin with the kids. Like, they love playing in the water.
Wait,
I don't know.
Are you a colonizer? Black folks don't be going no damn dancing. Come on.
I've gone twice, and we know I'm real black. Had a great time, got nowhere, everything. But no, I feel like stuff like that, I wouldn't want my man, like if he's out there providing and facing the world, he ain't really got to worry about those little small details. I'm going to take care of all of that. So I feel like when he come home, he should be chilling. Just like I feel like when I come home, my key should work and the light should be on. Like, we should be good. Am I?
I'm sorry. The key should work. Part got me. Repeat the question. Expectations.
Expectations in the household.
My bad.
God.
We got short attention spans, man. Expectations. I don't know. It's kind of hard, man. I can say for myself. I mean, I'll take a roommate. Yeah, as a poor black man out here on the streets. Absolutely. Come talk something to this Atlanta natural gas bill. This Georgia. We take them back Bell South.
Oh God.
My dial-up is still in effect, man. 56K. No, I mean, it's hard to say. Honestly, like, I think the vast majority of society actually is looking for roommates. For myself, absolutely. Would I love to be the provider? Absolutely. But you may not have, like, the financial abilities, like, to take care of every single bill or everything that comes to the household. That doesn't make you any less of a man. It's all depending on how you're carrying yourself, too. Like, are you protecting your woman? Are you actually putting the household first? Are you taking care of, like, are you making sure like she like her spiritual needs are met? Trying as best as you can her financial needs, her emotional needs, like those types of things. I think now we've kind of like got. Well, damn.
Why you got that face? First of all, those are key nuggets right there, and you got this face like he's moving the food. Like,
listen, Jesus wept. But a lot of people like to have those things, absolutely. But then it also goes to you guys as women, like where are you dating? Are you dating within your circle? Are you dating up? Because and I'll be honest with you, I'm not mad at it one bit. Because the higher you climb, especially if you're looking for us as black men, you're gonna find a lot less just because that's the way the society is set up. So are you looking for the opportunity to like find, I don't call them gold diggers, they looking for whatever, they looking to be taken care of. That's just real life. You know, if you reach a certain social economic status, you got to find people who can match where you're at, who can understand what you've experienced, what you do.
I like to be equally yoked, and that's in every range. Sex, you need to be equally yoked. I'm not having sex with no virgin.
Wait, so you said you like to be equally yoked, but then you said,
well, I'm talking about
what equal?
Equally yoked as far as like, you know, we're on the same page. Like we want the same things out of life. So he was talking about spiritually, emotionally, all that stuff. I want us to be in the same place. And there was a guy, older gentleman that told me that the lifestyle of a married couple or a couple is dictated by what the man brings in. And when he said that, I wasn't like thinking in that space. I was more like, well, shit, I'm in the trenches with you. But when he said that, it kind of made like a lot of sense. Like generally the lifestyle that you guys lead, if the man is the provider and the protector, is kind of dictated and based off of what he brings to the table.
Because I've talked to a lot of people. Right, I heard a lot of.
I heard some ums and
look. We got Mike on that. I'm just saying, but I've heard some people. I had conversations with people, and the man took care of the bills, but when it came to the woman, she like the money that she made went into investments. But normally, if you say in investments and you got to drop a couple $1,000s, then it's frowned upon. And it's like, oh no, like it's like, is there a cap on what you're willing to do if the man is covering everything else? Like the dollars that are coming into your account, where are they really going? Like, is it really going to like, you know, are you really spending that large some amount of money, or is it just like, oh, well, I'll cover like groceries, or I'll cover something. I don't understand
like where you coming from with this. I feel like if he's taking care of stuff and he's like, you know, this is what I want us to do, or I think this would be a great opportunity, I want to help the household out too. Like, I want to continue to let us, you know, build and grow and all of that stuff. Like, I'm not going to be stingy. Now, that's where we get messed up, because there's a lot of women out here that will let their man do everything, but when it comes to their money, like, I have a homegirl.
Ooh, say that.
She knows who she is. Who, her guy cashes out on her. I'm talking about, like, be at Saks 3, 4, 5 racks a week.
Mm.
And then when it comes down to him, it's like, ugh, can I use your discount? I just want to get him these $200 Gucci's. And I be sitting there like,
Wow.
are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, hey,
And I just think it's tacky.
It don't matter that it's the fact that she got the Gucci's, whether she got it for $200 less.
No, I'm
or
just
not,
saying, like,
it's the
he
fact
be
that she got it.
cashing out, and when he does stuff, he makes such a grandiose gesture. It's like, no problem, like, whatever you want, I'm gonna do. But anything for him, I just use the Gucci's as an example.
Right.
Be like penny pinching. It's like, if my guy did all this stuff for me, not just on the giving money, but, you know, takes care of their household, the type of cars they drive, the place they live, you know, the stuff that they get to do, date nights and the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If she had to pay for it, they wouldn't be going.
I think I know who it is. I think it was Versace, not Gucci's. But I think Stu actually brought something really important as far as like the man can't handles all the bills and everything, and the woman comes and like whatever she makes, they're using for investments.
Mm-hmm.
I think that particular strategy makes a lot of sense. I think the problem is a lot of people enter into a union or into marriage not looking at it for what it is, which is in most instances it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
We could be together forever and not have a piece of paper. Does that mean we're any less together than we were?
Mm.
You're married
Right.
in the eyes of the law in terms of what society says. Like, oh yeah, you
Contract
committed, you
everything.
pledged your life to this person. You could be it could be the United Way for all we know. I mean, who the hell knows?
Right.
But that's essentially what marriage is. It's a business. It's a business first. And if you're finding the right partner as far as what you're doing, then you can kind of advance in that realm. I think a lot of people just happen to enter into it and don't have a sound plan as far as what they're going to do for the man's money, the woman's money, or anything else in between. You know, the ancillary money that comes back, the tax returns. People are like, oh, this is free money. No. That's money you overpaid.
Right. You know what I'm
You
saying?
should have had that shit from the get-go.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Would y'all ever be comfortable being with a woman who made significantly more than you and it took care of like the lifestyle? So like, let's say when she met you, you was up, so y'all was good.
Yeah.
And then, you know, life got hard,
Yeah.
you ain't up.
Yeah.
But like, she still got her 6-bedroom house and afford this and the third, and you ain't got back up yet. Would you be able to be okay as a man with essentially, not to be rude, your woman taking care of you and
That's
like
a long-ass nap, boy.
Look, hey, first,
your
look,
lifestyle?
first of all, as a man, because one, you have to know who you are, because you're not, who's to say that you're always going to be down? Like, there's going to be times within your relationship, within your marriage, where sometimes you're going to be up and sometimes you're going to be down. Like, when you're up, everything is good.
Mhm.
But when you're down, it's like, okay, now you have the cushion of that woman to say, okay, well, look, I'm going to take over. But the thing about it is even if I'm down, still make me, still treat me and respect me as the man.
Mhm.
So, which means that, like, if it's the bills, if I'm making, you know, just enough to cover the mortgage, I'm still paying the mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's not demeaning me. Like, you're not saying anything. You're not saying any smart comments. You're not saying anything slick that's going to attack my ego in the midst of it. Because of that, that's when you start getting into some problems. Because once you still respect me as the man of the household, whether you're paying for things or not, at the end of the day, I'm still protecting you. Whether I may not be providing for you, I'm still protecting you. So with that being said, like, that right there will kill a lot of relationships, because let's just say you're down and they treat you like shit,
Mhm.
and you know what I'm saying, they're like, oh well, you can't do this, da da da. And then when you come up, you're looking at that like, now it's totally different. It's like, I don't care what you know what I'm saying, I really don't care what you got going on, because now I'm up and now I'm about to be disrespectful with my money because I saw how it was when I was down and you flipped on me.
I would have left. I'm not gonna lie. I would have left. I ain't a man, but I think I would have left.
Like, as the man, or you would have left as a woman?
As the man, I'd have got the hell up on out of there.
Nah.
I gotta go.
Nah. I mean,
Once she starts disrespecting you, you gotta leave. I wouldn't even stick around to be
Oh, my
and
bad,
let
my
her
bad.
see.
Man, but man,
Yeah,
marriage
once
is
you start
different, bro. You can't
disrespecting,
just get up and leave, bro. You can't just get up and leave in marriage, dog.
once you start disrespecting, that's a whole different.
I think
That's
it's
a whole
done.
different other conversation.
It's-
I mean,
it's-
well,
exactly.
yeah, but there's a lot of people you got to pay. You know,
Mm-hmm.
lawyers, fees, legal zone, depending on where you go with it.
Well, if the person you're divorcing has more than you don't, like, aren't you good?
you still got to be able to pay for the lawyer that's going to take care of divorcing that person.
Either way,
That's a whole other bill.
I'm gone.
And if you didn't have the money to take care of any bills before, you really don't want another bill added on top of it.
Prostitution. You gotta do what you gotta do. It's a lot of lonely ladies in Atlanta.
Life hard.
Alright, see, there you go. Alright, cool. So expectations. Let's switch expectations on family. In a marriage, like expectations on family. How is family intertwined with, like, what do you expect? Because somebody may have a mother who moves in or a father who moves in. Is that a
Would never happen over here. No, baby. Mm-mm.
why is that?
That would just bring so much discourse in my home. But I would make sure my mama good though. Nah, she ain't here. Mm-mm. Just
Your
for the
mom,
sanctity.
hold on, your mama or his mama at all?
Right.
Nobody's mama
Okay.
is coming up in the house.
I rock
I'm the
with it.
only lady of the house. And that goes for my daughter too if I have one. Mm-mm.
What? What?
I'm the number one woman in the house.
That don't whether your mother or your daughter is in there, it's like you're still gonna be the number one
I
woman.
don't need no other woman telling me what to do, how to do it, putting her 2 cents in. You need to do it like this. No, baby, there's a house in the back. There's Airbnbs. We have
Lord
one-time
Jesus,
rentals.
I pray for it.
Hopefully we have that investment property. Mama can go in there. Like,
I mean, it worked for them on Blackish.
Absolutely not.
Nobody.
Look, all I know, and well, it may be a cultural thing. It may be a cultural thing because I know, well, one, like in the Bible, you know, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, we'll take it there.
Let's bring it there.
I will take it there, you know what I'm saying. But in the Bible, like,
it's been a minute.
like you should, like, honestly, like you're supposed to take care of your parents,
Mhm.
whether it's moving them into the house or not. Like, you're taking care of them. They've done so much. They sacrificed so much. Earlier when you didn't have anything, they sacrificed. So now it's just like,
All right,
oh,
hold on.
I'm gonna just shoot them.
I will say to her credit, she did say she'll make sure mama good.
No, they're gonna be taken care of, but not
how
in
is
my
mama?
house.
Oh, she gonna
Right.
mama good over there at the nursing
No, I
home
ain't gonna
where
put her
they
in
throwing her on the bed and slapping
Now
her.
that's not what I'm doing, but she's
I
not gonna
know.
be my. If you would just let me explain, brother, with this microaggression, because you want to move your mama in, we talking about mine.
I'm moving my mama or my mother-in-law, all of them. I
Okay,
don't
well,
care.
you a good one.
Free babysitters.
Absolutely not. They don't even like these new age grandparents do not like to babysit.
What?
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
my mama waiting to babysit. She over here. She trying to push. She said, "Forget the marriage. Go ahead and get some cake. Get some babies."
Nah, my mama ain't like
Yeah,
that.
everybody want to babysit until there's a baby.
Until there's a baby. Be like, you got one day. You told me I
But
had
this
the whole
Bible study every day of the week. It's like, God, no. Jesus
Nah.
called. I can't.
Nah, we good. I don't know. I would still take care of my mom and my grandma. Well, my grandma especially, and make sure that they're all good and that they're for sure taken care of. And if that means I have to go somewhere and do it myself, then yes. But as far as my household, I would prefer to not move them in. Now, I will say if it's like dire circumstances, like somebody had, a stroke or it's just bad, then maybe it's a possibility.
It's not even a yes. It's a pop.
I just
You ain't trying to cook. You ain't trying to cook for extra hands, bro. What's
No,
up,
I
man?
would cook and take the plates over there, and they need to keep the Tupperware. But what I'm saying to you is,
Lord
nah,
Jesus.
if I had a choice, that would not be my first one.
Okay. All right. So, Amah, what you doing, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I echo a lot of those sentiments from the simple fact of like you're trying to have a.
Nah.
First of all, Jesus knows my heart.
Absolutely.
Period.
I do too.
Okay.
Period.
Me and baby.
Look. Yeah.
Sorry.
Curveball. It's all right.
Some dust in here. I mean that too, but yeah, the less people you can keep out of y'all's direct space, generally the better it can be. Because if you do have problems, you can find a way to work on them. And if you do have problems, if people are there, they can exacerbate them as well.
Absolutely agree.
I get where she's coming from on that.
And I
I went to
feel,
college.
he did get a degree. I would like to add this. I find that no matter what age you are, your parents and your grandparents or whoever always look at you as a child, and that tends to like undermine your authority as an adult. And I have so much that I'm fighting as a black woman. I'm sure my husband's gonna be a black man. I don't want to come home and be fighting other people too.
We didn't sound 100% on that.
Oh no, I'm
Right.
absolutely sure.
Oh, okay. All right.
Don't do that.
You don't want no Colin?
Susan Chang in the building.
Absolutely not. Thank you.
All right, cool. So what about expectations sexually?
As far as
I was waiting for this part the
in a
entire time
relationship
we've
or
been
just
talking.
Right.
like just in general?
And no, y'all married at this point.
Oh, we having a lot of it.
What is the expectation of that?
If you paying
Because
the
you're
bills,
saying we having a lot of it, but I've spoken to married couples and they're like that
have no safe
that
word.
expectation of a lot of
There
sex
is no.
is
There is
not
no, oh my
really
God,
what it is.
aggressive.
There is no. I mean,
I'm just saying, if any of the married couple, any of the married women that are in the room, you can.
I will say this.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All
Joelle
right,
done came in.
please introduce yourself.
I'm Jewel, guys.
Jules
Real today. I will say that before you get married, your expectation is a lot higher.
Uh-huh.
And then when you get married, like, it's gonna calm down, regardless of what you think, regardless of how good the sex is, whatever. Like, you don't have time, number one, to be having sex every day. I know we don't have time in my household. I don't know about how y'all are gonna work, but it's not there. It's not there.
I'm not gonna lie, I do hear people say that, but then I hear some people that are just like, they make time for that type of stuff. So it might not be like we having them sessions, not them rounds or anything. You might get you a quick little something before you go to work.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to make time.
That's what I'm saying. You have to make the time.
So you're scheduling.
Yes. In a sense. We're right.
We got somebody come. Okay. Excuse me.
It's a
You wanna
priority.
Come up to the mic. Come on over here. There we go. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is LaShawn Joelle, and I've been married for 16 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, Bet.
So
Come on, Ben.
I've been married for 16 years. I'm Jules' older sister. And okay, so what I have noticed, right, is at the beginning, you're in that lovey-dovey phase.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is your spouse. It's like, oh, let's do, let's do this,
Mm-hmm.
And then, life happens, schedules happen, things happen, okay? And then you realize, dang, I'm not getting it as much as we used to get it in, right? Okay, so I can honestly say for myself, this year, like 2019, I was like, okay, so now we're scheduling our sex nights.
Wow.
Sex.
And
So
it doesn't mean
Right,
that
like,
we're not doing it, like spontaneous.
Right,
It doesn't mean that.
It's like,
But it means that I know
what's up?
that, on Saturday night or early Sunday morning,
Come on.
we are getting it in before we go to church.
Hey, get that blessing before the blessing. Get that blessing before the blessing.
Like for real. That's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things that it's like, okay, this is what we doing. And then you had that midweek.
Come on.
The doors of the church are open.
Hey, we roll over like, hey, what's up?
But I mean, for people that aren't married, their expectation of their marriage is
unrealistic.
Exactly. It's not real.
Okay.
It is not real. I'm sorry.
And that's real.
This is real talk.
That's real.
From not a newbie.
Exactly.
Right.
I've been in this game a long time.
Man, we sick of the side of the table, man. Let me tell you, me and my baby be 3 years in June. We got alarms set on the phone. Yeah, I hope you breathe hard
already.
Breathe. Listen. We ain't talking about Tuesday. It's not.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. I gotta be out the door at 6:00. The alarm set for 4:30 because we got things to do before I leave the house.
Oh.
I mean, and he's serious.
I'm like dead ass serious.
Daily or a couple days a week?
Daily.
No, every day.
Daily.
This 3 years, I can count on one hand how many times we've been in the same bed and ain't done nothing.
Okay.
I think you said twice.
I want to say it was twice. It might be 3.
Oh, I'm not the girl.
All right. Well, we know.
I mean, it's time for my baby Kira. I miss you, baby. I can't wait to see you.
And how old are you?
33.
See, I mean,
man, my stamina great too. Listen.
But you're in your prime at 33. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Are you married?
Not yet.
Boom.
Bingo.
That's it right there. That's it right there.
Hold the hell up. First of all, I've been there too.
He's been married.
Been there too. Shit didn't work, but you know what? I tell you what, I was tearing her ass up too.
He was. Poor thing.
But you in the lovey-dovey stage, just like she said.
Man, it's 3 years in the game. No lovey-dovey, man.
No, you talking about. No, when you said when you were married and you was tearing that ass up too.
Yeah, man, that was 5. That was 5 with 6 years of a relationship. It just happened not to work out. Thank you, because I met who I was supposed to meet. Baby,
All right.
I love you so much.
I cannot deal.
I
I
love you.
can't deal with this shit.
Look,
He's
hey,
gonna catch a flight.
look,
Not
hey.
But I was showing up. Will Hartsfield got a flight open at 11:30.
He's serious.
But what I'm saying is, not like sex was a very big thing for us. It's like it's important.
That's their thing.
I mean, it really is our thing. We are very good at it. We like to practice a lot.
You what?
We practice a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We practice a lot. You know, I mean, practice makes perfect.
Right. Practice makes perfect.
And I didn't do all that good on my SATs, on my ACT, but I'm gonna do good on this one.
And look, and I'm gonna show you how much practice. We gonna practice taking this commercial break because we gotta do that. We gotta do that to get these bills paid real
Jesus
quick,
will.
and then we gonna come right back because, a matter of fact, I'm gonna cut this commercial break short. So we gonna get this thing knocked out, and we gonna get back because this thing just got turned up, man. But you're now rocking with 106liveradio.com. This is Stewmichaels. Let's talk, not argue.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Let's Talk, Not Argue, man. This is your host, Stewmichaels, and we are back from a heated topic. Man, when we started talking about sex, boy, I swear this thing started turning up, man.
Them drums.
Started turning up for real, man. But, you know, we got some good insight on that, and I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate the married women that came in and chimed in. You know what I'm saying? They gave us the reality of everything that's going on, man. So we knocked out the expectations and things like that. So we spoke on it earlier, but more so about gender roles versus equality.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going back. So I'm asking both of you. It's a yes or no, either gender roles or equality. Which one is it? Start with you, Denise.
I don't think it's so black and white, so I can't really give you either.
It's a yes. Do you want
trying to make
gender roles, or is that's the whole point?
I want equality in this space now.
That's the whole point, ma'am. Because you're gonna say something, I'm gonna say the other, and then if you guys agree, then we gonna move on. If you guys don't, then
whatever she says, I got the opposite.
Then we gonna battle. So what's up?
Man, I can't really do that though.
Gender roles or equality?
Okay, so you're yelling.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. If I had to choose, it would probably be gender roles.
Okay.
I knew it. Ooh, I knew it.
Did you?
I did.
Amai, what's up? Gender roles or equality?
I'm gonna go with a healthy balance, Alex, for 300.
Ooh, equality.
But yeah.
Challenge then. So why? Okay, so let's explain. Why do you say gender roles?
I mean, since you forced me to choose, I said gender roles because I believe that because I'm traditional. If the gender role again is for a man to be a protector and provider, and the woman kind of handles the inside and the emotional health and taking care and stuff to make sure that the man is good when he goes out into the world to provide, then everything will kind of work itself out. I will say though, it does depend on the type of the type of partner that you have, because if you don't have a traditional partner, then equality might work a little bit better. But if you have a traditional partner, I think then gender roles kind of work.
So your thing is gender roles.
If you're in a traditional relationship, yes.
Look, she always trying to put the extra stuff.
Caveats, baby.
Okay, cool. Equality, and we spoke on equality before. Ahmad, we spoke on the equality before and what you're doing. Okay, cool. So, because you don't mind splitting costs with everything.
I don't see how it's not equality, especially in this particular day and age, just because everything is so driven as far as making sure that there is equality on both sides of the aisle. Whether it's like down to what we're being paid, what we're doing, where we're going, what positions you can hold, what positions you can't hold. You look at the military, you look at corporations, you look at, I mean, just like all across the board, it is very hard. But I will give you the caveat, it does depend on your partner, depending on, whatever y'all's understanding is. But I think equality is probably more in line with what's going on today.
I don't need no equality in my household, brother. I don't want to pay half them bills. I don't want to help
you
cut
say
half
that
grass.
until homeboy says, "Hey, you better sit your ass down and go make me a sandwich," and then all of a sudden,
then it's like, what do you want on the sandwich, Daddy?
No,
I can see.
so really,
I kind of like that type of stuff.
All right.
You're trying to you 20, 20,
And tell me I don't like that
22
type
years?
of stuff.
I know you like it for a moment, but until somebody says it one too many times, all of a sudden,
Exactly. Yeah.
oh, he done tripped out here. Like I ain't out here working, doing all I got to do.
Exactly. That's the quality stuff.
And
if
now-
I'm sitting here bringing the same thing to the table,
Why you
ain't
stood
no,
up?
I ain't.
Why you stood up?
Right. Right. You got real aggressive.
Well, no, I do need to say that because
Why you can sit down and say it?
now you okay. I'm getting attacked. Let me just sit back.
I feel physically and verbally accosted. Sit down.
Oh, come on. That's a key word, boy. That boy showing that. Hey, come on.
Words of friends all day.
Challenging the wordsmith.
I need some support. Okay. So what I feel like is with the quality thing, if we're doing everything 50-50 down the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that means you equally cooking, you equally cleaning,
Right.
you equally taking care of these kids, you equally doing the stuff in the house, you equally, doing little Keisha's hair. You're equally doing all that stuff. If we're doing 50-50, then that's what's happening. That means you cannot come and ask me like, babe, I know you're tired and everything, but I heard, I need a little love tonight. Actually, I'm tired because I have to go to work the same time as you. I'm not doing none of that.
Wait.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All
So
right,
now
go
we
ahead.
got back to something we talked about in the very beginning, which was communication and how important it is. Because you can have something where the man is the man in your eyes, that whole gender role situation, where it's maybe he's doing 70% of something, you're doing 30 of the other. But everybody just kind of rushes to whatever side that they're on. Like, no. I'm going to take care of these kids, this, and that. And you got to do 50% of it. Well, what if he does 35% of it? He's trying to do the 50, but he can't do it because of whatever conflicts there are. He does everybody. That's not good enough?
You just said equality. Equality is 50-50. That's the only way. Equality is
Equality is equality with what time I have. Now, we both got to go to work. Or I got to go to work to go ahead and take care of this building.
I don't know what to tell you.
The grass got to get cut.
Know what to tell you,
I got one day off. The grass got to get cut.
If you want equality, it's kind of how equality works. Now, if we're going into, for me in a traditional household, then I can make time for that type of stuff because for me, the things that I value, you are taking care of, and I don't necessarily have to contribute. Not to say that I will not, because I'm a firm believer in being a partner, and I am a firm believer that, I want to be a support system for my mate or a helpmate. So if we down, like, we're gonna be good because I still got it. Because I ain't had to spend my money on that. Like, I'm still good, but like that 50-50,
okay,
that's just not my thing.
All right. So let me ask you this question. Who's worse at handling arguments, a man or a woman?
They both trash.
Yeah, agreed.
We both terrible.
No, but you got to pick either a man or a woman.
I don't really argue.
Oh, okay.
You just hit that with a bottle.
I actually, like, in a relationship, I'm a lot more submissive. So I'm not really trying to argue. But I'm not going to go to bed mad. I'm not going to demean you as a man, and I'm not going to disrespect you as a man, but I'm not going to let you disrespect or dismean.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
But there's too much that we got to fight when we walk outside the door. So I ain't really trying to do that in the house.
That's so real. And you can agree?
I agree with all that. My least favorite thing to do is argue.
Boom.
With anybody in life. Because I just ain't got the time.
Perfect. Moving on. Then, so which is more important? Sex or love? Denisha?
Ain't that the same?
In marriage?
No, it ain't the same, brother.
In a relationship? I think love for sure.
Okay. What's up? Which more important, Mr. Schedule? Sex or love?
Love.
Okay.
Love should have brought you to me last night.
Love to man.
All right.
Holly Berry and Boomerang.
Love.
Jesus Christ.
Honesty or loyalty?
Loyalty.
What?
You ain't gonna be honest and hurt my feelings. I need you to have my best interest at heart.
Ooh. Can I take a 20-second time? I don't know.
No, brother. Honesty or loyalty? Denisha said loyalty.
I mean,
It's
they
quick.
They do go
It's
hand in hand.
the first thing that came to your head.
I'm gonna go with honesty.
Oh, okay. So let's challenge. Why is that?
Honesty, man.
Denisha already said. She already said what she wanted you
Let
to do.
him
What's
go
up,
first.
Ahmad?
Ladies first, man.
No, she already said it.
Yeah, you go ahead.
She already said it. She said she don't want you to be honest.
No, I'm not saying lie to me, baby.
I mean-
but I'm saying if it's a choice between telling me the truth or being loyal and having my back, or making sure certain situations are okay. Sometimes stuff that I don't know won't hurt me. I'm not the type of woman that I need to know every single thing. Like, the big stuff, we good. As long as I know you got my back, we good. I don't. You be honest and ain't shit.
Man, I honestly feel like
That's a
they
lie.
kind of they go hand in hand. Like you can't really have too much of one without the other. You have to have a balance of both. But the reason I say
This
honestly,
Negro just gave a John McCain
the reason-
answer, bruh.
hold on now. Hey man, rest in peace to our former senator.
Alive for president 2020.
Right.
Man, listen, if I had followers. Now I say honestly, and the reason being is one of the worst things that can happen in anybody's relationship, friendship or otherwise, is if you find out somebody lied to you about something, even no matter how small it is.
Make sure I don't find out.
How pissed off people,
Right.
how pissed off we get about it as people.
But that's only if you find out, though.
Yeah, if I
But
don't
let's be
know, I
honest,
ain't
though.
sure.
That's if you find
Let's
out.
be honest. If you have a question about something, you're gonna probe one way or the other. Your curiosity doesn't get turned off just because you're in a relationship or you know somebody for so long. It probably gets a little heightened because you're like, wait, hold on, I've heard this multiple times.
Men are
now.
bad liars, and as a woman,
Horrible
if you
liars.
have
We
an
suck.
intuition,
We
it
suck.
generally means we're right. So
We suck. And we're lazy,
I'm not
too.
gonna ask
So
no
it's
question
like,
that I already know the answer to.
you're going to ask us 3 months down the line, we're going to tell you the right answer, and it's going to be different from what we said
I was out there
before.
with James. Hold on, you
Yeah,
didn't know
right.
James.
Right, exactly. It's a wrap. Okay, cool. So, sexual confidence or sexual intimacy? Which one are you choosing?
Oh, let me get that coffee.
Okay. We understand. Okay. So, what about friendship or security within a relationship? Do you value the friendship more or security?
Can we not have a secure friend?
Nah,
No, hell no.
This is tough. I actually was talking to a couple this weekend, a young couple, and they were saying that the reason that they were able to make it and be in the space that they were in is that their relationship was based off of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was super dope because I'm finding that now in our age range, a lot of people are just getting married because that's the thing to do and not because like this is the person that you're actively choosing every day and you can't live life without them. I don't know.
I'm going with friendship. I already know this.
I want security though too though. Like I don't really want to be with someone and I'm
So
not to
pick
be rude.
one. See, that's what's wrong. See, women.
She
We
works
can't-
at Waffle
we
House.
can't
boy,
get
let me
one, bro.
tell
I'm
you.
telling you, we
We're
asked
supposed
for
to
one.
talk, not argue. You
We
arguing.
asking for one. I ain't arguing
You
with
arguing.
you. I ain't arguing with you.
Baby, you arguing.
Well, all the bag.
I'm trying to
So
argue.
what's up, man? Which one?
She going security.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm security.
I'm gonna go add friendship.
okay, so why security?
For me, now this is just for me, I honestly only enter into relationships that I do feel a certain sense of security. Like for me, like I don't really like to be unstable. I don't like to be unsure. I don't really, not to say that I wouldn't struggle, I don't really want to do that if I don't have to. So security helps me sleep good at night and like trust you to be the man that you are to lead me. I think friendship is great too, but like if I had to choose, yeah, I want security all day.
No.
I struggle with my broke friends.
I mean,
I struggle with you.
great times don't last always. Like you're gonna hit some rough patches. You're gonna hit
Mhm.
some, whatever down the road. For me, some of my happiest moments have been when I was when I was the absolute brokest. When something was going on, and I was hitting whatever piece of turmoil I was going through, and whomever it was by my side, whether it be my girl, my friends, or whatever, like were the things that really helped lift me out of where I was, whatever despair I was reaching. To me, it's very important just to have that friend, just to have somebody I can talk to, somebody I can bounce ideas off of, whatever's going on, that I can laugh with, cry with. Like, to me, that's immensely important. I get the security aspect because obviously, but that also ties back to whether you're choosing equality. I need friendship. I need somebody I can talk to. I need somebody who can make me laugh. Somebody who can take my mind off of things. Somebody I can just go to and hold on there. Spirit here. Who can just uplift me in a way that, the general society can't. You want to change the answer?
Did you want? All right.
No, I think that's sweet. But I
Hold on
think
now.
no, I'm not trying to play you. But I think the reality here is too. We're talking to a man. What does a man need security for? He is the security. So for me,
If he is a man, yes.
yes, I'm only speaking of men only. We're not talking about nobody else. So it makes sense that he would choose security. But as a woman, he would choose friendship. As a woman, though, I think most of us are kind of socialized to want that security, to kind of feel physically and financially protected and taken care of, and someone that'll kind of stand in the middle. Like, I don't know. That's just
All right.
me.
All right, cool. So you're on the boat and you got to save one person: your wife, your mom, or your daughter. Or for you, Denitra, your husband, your dad, or your son. Who are you saving?
My husband.
Boom.
My wife.
Sorry,
She said that.
sorry, Dad. We had some great years. I love you. I hope you can stay afloat, brother.
All right, cool. So, what do you feel about like expressing something that's really uncomfortable? Who do you think really handles that? Do you think a man handles expressing something that's like uncomfortable, or
No. Definitely women. Men will evade confrontation with women, and it's like, I don't want to argue. She's gonna be withhold sex. It's gonna be weird. I think women will be like in the middle of like turning over a pancake. Hey, babe. So you remember that girl that you said that you know?
I can agree with that.
We definitely running from the whatever's going on.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. So, what is your look at authority within a relationship, whether or not? Say you're the big gender roles woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, what if your husband says, hey, you can't have single friends, and you gotta come in before 12 o'clock
That sounds ridiculous.
every night? What's up?
He ain't my daddy now.
But he paying all the bill. But he paying all the bills. Look at you.
But you
Darn,
called him.
Right,
but you saved him
that
though.
sandwich.
But you saved him though. So what's up?
Yeah. Please let this come back and bite me in the head. I believe that if the person that is leading my household, I trust them, I have married them, I believe that they're going to lead me down the right path. That's what he says we doing. I guess we're going to have to do it now. If I know better, I'm going to have to find a creative way to demean him as a man and the leader of my household and still encourage him, but tell him that's the wrong way. I know a better route.
Ahmad, what's up?
I'm sorry, this back part of the couch messed me up. What were we saying again?
Authority in a relationship. Like, what if your wife says, I don't want you hanging out with friends that are single, or I don't want you coming in at a certain time?
First of all, I don't even like John in there.
Okay.
In real life, like we actually fake friends.
Okay.
We became friends on Madden, and I don't even play Madden no more. So, John can go. I mean,
okay.
To me, it's about who you land with every night, who you going home to, who you paying bills for, and everything else. Like, I'll take a long, hard look. Now, if she's wrong about something, we'll talk through that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if she's like, nah, this I can't rock with, then I'll take her feelings on heart, and we'll have the conversation we gotta have about it.
So what if? Okay, so you're in a marriage and you've had single friends. Mm-hmm. Let's just say your best friends, or not even your best friends, but like some real quality friends were single, and your partner or your spouse said that they're not with you having friendship, or you having any type of friendship with single counterparts. What are y'all doing?
It's all relative, man, because every person knows your friends who are quality, friends that are single, and your ain't shit friends that are single.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So there's a very big divide. Like I got friends. If it was, my friends DeAndre's getting married. Obviously, if he was single, I could DeAndre. Ryan, I kick with Ryan.
Right.
Charles, I kick with Charles. Now some of my other friends that are single, I ain't gonna put nobody out there. But I know for a fact now
that ain't gonna work.
I see you at a birthday party or a bar mitzvah.
And you better not have me in your IG stories.
Absolutely not. Don't even think that. First of all, I left you 3 hours ago. Mm-hmm. So whatever stripper is behind you, I got nothing to do with that.
Facts. So you feel the same way, Denitra?
Mm-hmm.
You better. All them bundles I seen thrown around in these stores.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I don't know, yeah, I mean...
So the single friends got to go.
No,
the single
your trash friends.
Your trash
ain't
friends.
Shit, yeah, they gotta go anyway.
Look at that as an opportunity to purge. Yeah. Everybody needs to purge their contact list every now and then. You got the folks who hit you up for whatever they hit you up for.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got the folks who are like, man, if something happened to me and I hit you up, you would never be like, hey man, I can come pick you up. Or hey, you good? I'm trying to make sure I heard something happen.
Yeah.
But when you're beneficial to them, you're going to hear from them.
Right.
So it's a purging process. Man, your friends, they might be single, and it might be a situation where they just haven't found the right person.
Right.
But your friends that you can call in a pinch, or your friends who are like solid stand-up people. And that's the thing.
I think for me, like I've always had that issue because I'm finding now. I think my time is coming, Lord. But like all of my friends are like getting married, engaged, having babies, live with their significant other, and I am the single friend. And I've noticed a shift in the relationship, not on their end necessarily, but just like the stuff that we're into is totally different. So there's a natural progression towards more couples and more family stuff, and I'm not in that space. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not a quality friend, but that does, I mean, the reality is we're not doing the same type of stuff. Like when I'm going out and I'm having a good time, I'm okay with sitting at the bar and letting guys talk to me. Whereas for you, that might be a problem. So you might not really, if you're in a relationship for the most part, I don't really want to do any of that stuff because I don't want to put you in no type of situation ever. And I don't want your significant other to think that I'm trifling when it's really good.
That's real. All right, cool, man. Well, hey, once again, we have come to that time. It's been, yes, we have come to that time where we will wrap it up, man. If they can follow you on social media, where can they follow you guys at? Demetria, why are you looking at him? It's on you. You know, ladies first.
Susan Bevy, SusanBevy on all platforms.
Specialist 13. If you can't spell specialist or you can't get the numbers 1 and 3, you probably shouldn't follow me no way. So. Problem solved.
All right, man. And this is your boy Stewmichaels. Once again, STWMICHAELS. I appreciate you guys tuning in each and every Monday.